Hello everybody and welcome to Freaking Effects, where I'm gonna show you just a quick breakdown of something that I've been working on lately. And this was a video for a spot of Kenzo. I don't know if you know it. It's just a mark about, perfumes. They told me about making just a quick ad for them. And what basically I had to do was they gave me this video, and I had to change all the different posters that you can see in it. There was a lot of process with them, and I just wanted to show you, just in case you could see some quick tips that could be useful for you. So we have here this poster in this first scene. What you might think about replacing this poster, well, basically what you have to do is just put in the image that they give you and just putting it over here. But no, it doesn't work like that. Basically because you have here a reflection, and taking this reflection for putting it on top without taking the letters and the image, and so it's pretty hard, So what I had to do, first of all, was creating a solid. I put a gradient map so that you can see that here at the bottom it looks more darker, and then it goes a little bit brighter over here. So I created a solid, and I added a gradient map. Then I put it on top the poster that you can see over here. This is the image that they gave me. They wanted this image to appear instead of the other one that you just saw. And then I created an adjustment layer so that you can barely see it. It's just an adjustment layer with a little bit of brightening up a little bit the colors and the luminosity, so that it gives a little bit the impression that there's light coming from inside. Because the client wanted it, so I just did it. I personally prefer it without the light, but they wanted it like that, so I just kept it. And also, then we had to add the reflection, and they didn't give me any kind of reflection for putting it in here or anything. They just gave me this footage and the images that I had to replace. So what I did basically was taking the video from here. I'm just gonna put it on normal mode so that you can see it. I just took this image, I cut it, and I put it here so that you can see the reflection. For example, here there's a bus coming, and you can see it reflected in here. And you put it on screen mode, and then you put the opacity down, maybe to 20, I think it was. You can see the bus over here, and it kind of gives the impression that it's something real. But obviously for those who usually work with cameras and they know stuff about perspective, and so they're gonna notice that this is not real, because it's totally impossible that having the camera from this angle, this car is reflected in here, and that's totally impossible. But it gives kind of the impression that it's something real. The client is okay with that, so I just left it like that. Alright, then I have another example over here that this was a real challenge. It was this one that you can see over here. Basically because of the optical flare that it has on top, and so I'm gonna show you the real footage. This is the real footage, okay? The first time that I saw this, I told the client, look, I have experience with video and filmmaking, and so, but I'm gonna tell you from now that I'm not gonna be able to replace this. I mean, I don't have that much of experience. And he just told me, look, I don't want it perfect, just try your best. So I did okay. First of all, they wanted these letters to go away, so I had to delete them. And I was gonna make a solid, again, it's the same process before, but I wanted to keep a little bit these flares that you can see over here. This is not an optical flare from Video Copilot, this is a real flare from the video. So instead of making a solid, I just left it like that, and I put the poster on top, and I just took the opacity a little bit down so that you can see through a little bit of the flares, and so. And then I added an adjustment layer. You can more properly see here what I said before about, like there's light coming from inside the poster. Then I duplicated the layer, the original layer, and I put it like this so that it gives the impression that the flares are on top of the poster. I had to do some masking, and so as you can see in here, it doesn't look totally real. For example, here you can see an obvious cut, and I suffer a lot with this particular shot. I dedicated a lot of hours until I figured out how to properly do this, but I just did a masking. I followed the track and I put this to color dodge, and then I duplicated again this part of the footage. I don't know if you can see it, if you can see a difference, and I put it on top like a reflection. I think that even I can put a little bit more, maybe 20. This is also up to you, you know, playing a little bit with the values, the opacity options, and so maybe 15. It looks okay like that. And then after all of this, well, it's obvious that this is not something real, let's say, especially because here you can see the cuts and so. But it was really hard to putting a flare on top that doesn't affect the flares that are already there, but it does affect the video, no, on all the poster and so. So I just added another optical flare from Video Copilot, and I took this one that for me it was the one that it looks really nice, and it looked really similar to the optical flare that appeared in the original footage. So I just added it so that it gives the impression that, you know, although it's more brighter and so, but it kind of hides a little bit all those defects, you know, like the cuts that you can see over here. And so, but well, the basic idea was that that was what I wanted to show you, just some quick tips and the process of this breakdown. And I hope that you enjoyed it, that you find something that could be helpful for you on your videos, and let me know if there's anything that you would like to know about After Effects, any kind of filter or a tutorial that you think I could possibly do. Thank you so much for staying here, and please subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and I really hope to see you in my next tutorial. So, see ya!